Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be cutting what I believe is going to be the last Coral Glow ball python clutch of the 2021 breeding season. We have one more kind of surprise clutch coming up that could have some Coral Glow stuff in it, but I seriously doubt that the male that sired that clutch is going to be Coral Glow. So this is probably the last Coral Glows we're going to see for the year. Now, this was a pairing from a female spider bred to a male Coral Glow chocolate. I really like what the Coral Glow and chocolate does together, so to see a Coral Glow chocolate spider, I'm really hoping we can make one of those, or even just a couple chocolate spider females to hold back. But we have 8 eggs in this clutch. Let's go ahead and get straight into it and see what we got with the odds. And right off the bat, this is the first animal to pip, probably pipped within the last hour. And we're gonna cut open that egg in a minute or so, but I'm already just looking at that animal. I'm thinking that's probably a Coral Glow chocolate. The purples on the head, I don't know if it's gonna pick up on the camera, but that looks a little bit too faded to just be a Coral Glow without the chocolate, but we'll just have to see when we get to that egg. So actually we can start with that egg. I thought that guy was gonna have his head out for a bit longer, but since he sucked it back in, we can go ahead and see what this baby is. I always wait till the first baby pips. I don't really, I'm not in a big hurry to get these guys out of the eggs. I like to let them kind of do it on their own. So once the first baby pips, we will cut open the clutch. So, well, based off of the head, I would have said that that was a Coral Glow chocolate, and I believe that it was. But man, Coral Glow chocolates can be a real challenge to identify even when they're out of the egg. So inside the egg, that's going to be hard. But based off of the tone of that orange and knowing what kind of Coral Glows that this male produces when they're just single gene Coral Glows, I'm going to say that is a Coral Glow chocolate. There isn't many dots in the alien heads, and that purple is a very muted kind of pastel sort of purple, the color on the back. So right off the bat, I believe that that first baby is going to be a Coral Glow chocolate. So we are off to a great start. Okay, so let's go to the next egg and see if we can hit another Coral Glow combo. See, I like to just pinch them at the top just like that. Make a little incision and then we can cut across. There's different ways to do the technique, if you will, when you're cutting eggs. Sometimes people like to use razor blades and stuff like that. I've got comments before, why don't you use a razor blade like some of the other breeders do? And it's just down to personal preference. I don't feel you have as good of control with a razor blade as you do with scissors, but again, it's just all down to personal preference and what you want to do for your eggs. So I can already tell that this is going to be another Coral Glow, and wow, so that's going to be definitely Coral Glow with spider. That might be the full combo right there. Let's actually take a closer look. It's going to be really hard to tell until these guys are out of the egg. But man, that is a very, very chocolatey looking spider. I mean, if I could imagine, based off of the banana chocolate spiders that I've seen, which aren't actually that many. I know BHB produces a decent amount of them here and there, but chocolate banana spiders or chocolate Coral Glow spiders, you don't see a whole lot of them, so there's not a whole lot that I can go off, but that looks to me like it could be, I mean, we know at least Coral Glow and spider. That could be the Coral Glow chocolate spider all in one. We'll have to wait till that baby comes out and compare it to the other ones in this clutch. I mean, I don't think the pattern is as bold as it could be if it was a chocolate spider, but the color looks a lot like the other baby. It doesn't look like what I would think a Coral Glow spider, just 2 genes, would look like without the chocolate. So man, I'm not sure on this one. We're just gonna have to see when it comes out, but at least, at bare minimum, it's a really nice looking Coral Glow Spider Ball Python. Go to this egg and I'll zoom back out a bit. So far, I mean, we're really doing good. No normals, and everything has been Coral Glow. Okay, let's see what we have here. I can already see it looks like this is going to be a spider. Okay, so that is just going to be a single gene spider. I don't think this is chocolate at all. It's certainly not dark enough to be chocolate, and the stripes are not bold enough to be chocolate, but that is a really nice looking spider. The female that laid this clutch was a really dark spider at that, so I'm actually surprised at how light this baby looks, but yeah, definitely not chocolate, so just a single gene spider. Let's go ahead and see what this big guy is. And this, okay, so this is going to be a single gene chocolate, and that's a really, what is that? So I guess that's a chocolate? What? That looks more like a black pastel to me. So like I just told you guys, the female that produced this was sold to me as an adult female spider, but she was exceptionally dark to just be a spider, and I already made quite a few chocolates from this male this year, and that looks way too busy to be a chocolate, and the colors aren't really right either. That looks like a black pastel to me. I mean, could it be a chocolate? Sure, but wow, I'm gonna have to look at that when that comes out. If that's a black pastel, then that's proved to me that that female must have something else going on, because she was a very dark spider. I mean, she was sold to me as a single gene, just adult spider female, but I mean, look at the, can you guys see the busyness on that? That is not what I would think of a chocolate looking like at all, especially from this bloodline. Wow, that's an interesting one. I'm gonna have to see that baby when it comes out. If we had another black pastel looking animal, then that was definitely going to convince me that she has more going on than that. So maybe this clutch is actually a, you know, prove her out clutch to see if she has something more going on genetically, because the male definitely doesn't have black pastel in it. But I mean, that just, I mean, it could be a busy chocolate, I guess, but my gosh, I've never seen a chocolate look quite like that. Certainly nothing that I've produced, but wow, this clutch is full of surprises. Let's just keep going and see if we hit another interesting animal like that. I guess, man, that animal's stumping me, because that does not look like a chocolate that I've ever produced, or even that I can think of that I've seen. Chocolates are generally a bit more reduced. That is busy like a black pastel, and the color looks more like what I would expect with a black pastel. But let's see what we got in this egg. Okay. So definitely Coral Glow, no spider. Man, I don't see much white on the sides of this animal at all. And based on the thickness of those bands, that looks to me like another Coral Glow chocolate, plus the color. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but it's a very pastel-y type color, and generally with a single gene Coral Glows, I see more white on the sides. I mean, it could be a single gene Coral Glow, but that looks to me like it has chocolate in it. So at least Coral Glow, maybe Coral Glow with chocolate. We'll just have to see when that animal comes out of its egg. Very high ratio of Coral Glows in this clutch so far, I must say. I mean, you'd figure about half, but to also hit the odds with the spider, and I think both of those are probably going to be chocolate. I cannot complain at all with this clutch. Let's see what we got in this egg. And bam, that is what I wanted to make. Okay, so this is the 2-gene spider with chocolate. So I don't know how well you guys can see, but see how thick those bands are? If you saw the head, you'd really know. But yeah, this is definitely spider with chocolate. You compare the thickness of those bands and the overall color to the normal spider that we cut earlier, and yeah, this is definitely the chocolate spider, and a really nice looking chocolate spider that I really hope that one's a female. I mean, it is a coral glow clutch, so we would think it would be a female, but out of all the coral glow clutches I've produced, I almost always have ones that should be females turn out to be males. It's never the other way around, you know, getting ones that should be male coral glows actually be females. The odds never work like that, but we'll see. Hopefully that animal's a female so I can actually have an excuse to hold that back. Holding back a lot of chocolate stuff this year. I think chocolate, you know, when you start making like super chocolate stuff with coral glow, that's going to be really nice. And that looks like another single gene spider. Yeah, I don't know. This is not going to be the chocolate. So that's just another nice single gene spider. Again, I was thinking these spiders are going to be a lot darker because the female is a lot darker, but maybe if she has the black pastel gene in her, maybe that explains her coloration. I'll actually put a picture up if I haven't already on the screen to show you how dark she is. But yeah, these are very nice looking spiders, but not what I would expected to come from her, you know, just based on her genetics and her bloodline. So very interesting clutch so far. And now let's cut the last egg. So let's see. I think so far, I mean, unless that one coral glow spider is a chocolate, then we might not have hit on the full combo in this clutch. So we've got one more chance to hopefully hit the full expression of all the genes, but honestly, even if we didn't, this is a fantastic clutch so far. Especially if that proves to be a black pastel that we just cut. It could be a busy chocolate, but man, I've never produced a chocolate that looks like that. So let's go ahead and see what's in the final egg. There we go. So coral glow that's gotta be a coral glow chocolate. I can just see the head in the middle. That's gotta be chocolate. For some reason, I really have a hard time picking up the coral glow colors on camera, whether I'm taking a picture for Morph Market or even on video. They're so bright, they normally fade things out. I don't know if you guys can actually see the color on here very good, but that has to be chocolate. I mean, there's so much black, or what, you know, purple, what would be black on the back. Not really reduced like I would expect, or, you know, not as reduced as I would expect, but the colors in that are so pastel, faded kind of, that I'm saying, you know, all the coral glows so far have looked like they have chocolate. This one definitely, I think this has to have chocolate in it. The colors are just so faded. There's so much more black, and that head, that's what's giving it away to me. That head does not look like a normal coral glow, and none of these coral glows have had high white sides. Sometimes the high white will develop when they're out of the egg, but I mean, as far as I can tell, these all look to at least be possible chocolates. If not, certainly one or two of these have to be chocolates, and this one is probably the best looking example of that so far. So that is the clutch. Overall, like I said, I'm very, very happy with this clutch. We didn't hit, unless this guy turns out to be a chocolate, which let's look at it again. I mean, it doesn't look as intense on the orange as I would expect with a normal coral glow chocolate, but those bands aren't really as thick as I would think they would need to be a coral glow chocolate spider. So unless that turns out to be a chocolate, which I'm up in the air of right now, it looks like we did miss on the 3-gene combo coral glow chocolate spider. But overall, again, we hit a really nice chocolate spider right there, and a really interesting, I have to see what this is. It's just so busy, and the color doesn't even seem right either. but we'll just have to see once that animal's out of the egg. So hopefully you guys did enjoy today's egg cutting video. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to give this video a like, be sure to leave a comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching today's video, and I will see you guys in the next video.